And welcome. This morning we are going to be looking at estimate products of whole numbers and decimals. This is chapter 6, lesson 1, from page 379 in your math book. So we're going to look at estimating products. Oops, that must be an S. That's products of whole numbers and decimals. So we know that estimate, when we're talking about multiplication, because we have products, so that means multiplication, means we're going to be rounding first, and then we're going to multiply. So we have to round first, then multiply. So we're going to look at the example that's on page 379. And it says that Mrs. James buys 15 8/10 gallons of gas each week for her car. About how many gallons of gas will she need to buy in 5 weeks? So we have 15 8/10 gallons of gas times 5 weeks. But we are estimating. So our 5 is already a whole number. We're going to leave that alone, but we want to round 15 8/10 to the nearest whole number. So we're going to round to the whole number. So that means, if we're going to round to the whole number, that means that we are going to round to the ones place. So the ones place is the digit that is directly to the left of the decimal, so that's the 5. And the digit to the right of that, which is the 8/10, is going to tell that 5, oh, my pen just died, tell that 5 what to do. So an 8 tells, that's not going to work either, tells that 5 to round up. So 15 8/10 is going, I'm going to keep the 1 in the tens place, the 10, and 5 is going to round up to a 6. And I'm going to keep my 5 as my second factor for 5 weeks. And then I can multiply. So I know that 5 times 6 is 30, and carry the 3. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 6, 7, 8. So we would have about 80 gallons is what Mrs. James buys. Okay. And so for our second example on page 380, it says a worker loads 16 packages onto a truck. Each truck weighs 58 5/10 pounds. About how many pounds are loaded onto the truck? So again, we're going to do 58 5/10 times the 16 pounds. And this time, because we have a double-digit number as our second factor, we're actually going to round both. So when I have 2 or more digits for both factors, I'm going to round both numbers. So this first number here is a decimal, so I want to round it to make it a whole number. So the one that contains the decimal point, I'm going to make a whole number. So that means the 8 is in the ones place, and a 5 tells that 8 to round up. So 58 is going to become 59. And for my second number, it already does not have a decimal. So what I want to do here is round it to the tens place. So what I want to do is basically get myself a 0 so my multiplication is easier. So I'm going to make this, I'm going to underline the 1 because it's going to round to the tens place, and 6 tells that 1 to round up, so this becomes a 20. Now I can use my 0 trick here where I'm going to cover up that 0 for a second. And then I'm going to do 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, and tag that 0 on the end. And then I have 1,180. So my answer would be that the weight of the boxes is about 1,180 pounds. Okay, so just remember if I have a problem like this where 1 contains a decimal and 1 is a single digit, I round only the decimal. And if I have a problem where I have a number that has one number that is a decimal and one that is 2 digits, I'm going to go ahead and round the number with the decimal to the ones place, or the whole number, and the one with 2 digits to the tens place to make my multiplication easier for me. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.